Good evening and welcome everybody watching on the Reflections. Tonight brought to you by Slough in conjunction with the Innerverse, where we're going to be talking with some fantastic artists. We're going to be showcasing them. They're going to be bringing you their flavour. And I am excited, but it doesn't take much. But this is special level of excitement tonight because we have for you tonight. Talking about reflections and what has lockdown been like for people, what did they do or didn't do, and what are their hopes and thoughts for the future. Well, and I will start us. And first I'm going to bring the people in the room. Can we see the people in the room, Steve? Unless unmute them so they could all scream and shout and say hello. Let me just unmute them. Hello, everyone. And they're still muted. I love technology.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Kodama. Anyway, Declan. Conrad.
What's happening?
Peace.
What's happening? We're all good. We're all good.
Oh, good.
Hey. And we're all excited to reflect tonight.
Always.
A little
Always.
reflect. Yeah. I know. I was saying before, I bought this laser light for the first gigs during lockdown and haven't used it since. So there's a reflection that's come back out of the mirror and on our walls. That's happening tonight. And so you're all excited, ready to perform and show people your best selves or your worst selves. Don't know. Yeah, it's just going to be wonderful anyway. Yeah, so I will just mute you all again because it's a nice sense of power that I have right now, and you just got to roll with it, really. And then we'll come back. We'll come back with Kodama. Let me just do that. Thanks, bear with me, audience. And audience, you are welcome, who's ever watching, to ask us questions and share your lockdown experiences with us, and we will do our best to reply and get back to you on them. So with me, like how has lockdown been for me? It's been as revealing as most days, but with a little extra twist. Like seeing everyone walk around in freaky masks is fun. Watching toilet roll disappear off shelves in a panic was fun, and terrifying. And having the spaces of events taken away has been, yeah, it's been I've missed that. I miss that interaction with people. I really do miss that. I've been fortunate enough to have time to work and play, and I found a lot of catharsis in art. I picked up the brushes again, started painting. I also thought about doing it a lot more than I did it, and I also did a lot of things that I didn't want to do, and I didn't do a lot of the things that I wanted to do, and I know that that's perfectly okay. I have this creative pressure that tells me I have to do everything amazingly all the time, and it doesn't work like that. So it's been nice to see that side of myself. And I've also been writing. And this first rhyme was, I spoke to a fellow poet. She's an amazing poetess called Naomi Wood. And we were talking around what it's like to think like we think, what it's like to be like that. So this is from that. So I was walking around all alone and stuck in my head, and I walked into a room, and this is what I said. My name is Peter, and I am a recovering poet, and I've been ignoring conformity my whole life, and now reality has abruptly crept up on me externally. So it's no more work on the internal needs. From this day forward, it is purely an outside job for me to be free, as this infliction has caused frictions that's ruled my diction. And I've grown wary of how scary this airy, fairy, quite contrary poetic dictionary has barely prepared me for everyday interactive festivities. I mean, do you see how easily I lose simplicity and set speed when the rhyme vine twists me with such entwined intricacy? Now, where were we? Oh yeah, there I was, doing my best, trying to bury my emotions, trying not to gesticulate during conversations, gluing my hands into my pockets for mine and your personal protection, when out of nowhere, a naughty little haiku caught my attention. And it was just the one. Well, 575 to be precise, and that was all it took to ignite and fire the fuses that are wired to the muses, and now this rogue poet is out and alive. And off into a micro poem I did dive, and it felt so wrong yet oh so right. And this aroused the prow of the prows, which opened up the purge pipe valves, and before you know it, I'm snorting stanzas off of sea sirens, and shooting up tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tum tum-tum-tum-tum-tum-tums, and cocktailing them with tum-tea-tum-tea-tum-tea-tum-teas. And it was all so much debaucherous yet innocent fun. But in the blink of the third eye, I was back to breaking form, becoming an animalistic word-eating predator, crawling through the fallen poet's graveyard, where tombstones are signed from the bloodletting of becoming a political and religious outcast, where society silenced our brains because we had the audacity of sharing our pain of viewing life through a window full of the most blatant stains. Anyway, to cut a long story short, even though long stories are often short stories and short stories are often longer than they appear, and where beginnings are endings and endings are never quite that clear, and not to beat around the bush, but what if the bush was regal with autumn nakedness? Or modelling springwear seductiveness? I mean, come on, look, I have a problem. Because I just can't get to the point. Because the point is attached to a followed finger that conducts a symphony of invisible harmonies that I thought everybody could understand and see, but apparently not. Apparently it's only me. And I thought everyone knew how restrictive it is breathing through similes and metaphors where sentences become statements that have to end with some sort of stare and dramatic pause. Sometimes I just want to switch it off. This view that sees more than one view, and ask just who is it who's viewing the viewer who views all these views? And why can't I buy what they sell me on the news? I just want to be ignorant. Can I please join that queue? Teach me to walk with the small talk and partake in only shallow thought. As I just want to read something and believe it, see something and not question and explore it. And where is this what that I was trying to say before I got lost in this fog-fueled theatre known as wordplay? Oh yeah, here I am. I'm surrendering. Enough is enough. I've caught and I called my bluff, and I'm open to suggestions, so please give me your experiences as I want to digest them. I need to fill my toolbox with a new set of weapons so I can be part of this show, the show on life's television. And with that, the leader's eyes opened with delight. And he leaned right in, and I could sense comfort within his grin. So I loosened my defences and I became less tight, and I was ready for him to give me his experiences and his insight. And he said to me, "Get lost, mate. This is a building site." So that was my one of what it's like being a poet. That was written early in lockdown with the assistance of another poet called Naomi Wood, who really helped me with that. That was really good. So I thought I'd kick us off with that. And now we have for you, and I'm going to be talking to them first, the wonderful duet, pair, team that are Kodama, which is Jamaica Sutton and Michael Curtis. How are you, Mike and Jamaica? I can't hear you. Let me unmute you. It would probably help. There you are.
We're muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're happy to be back playing together. It's been ages.
It's been too long.
Yeah, you want to see house?
We did one. We were telling you just before. We did one at our producer's house, and it just went tits up because the audio was going through the Mac instead of the microphone, and it just sounded horrendous.
Yeah.
So we're excited to get a proper one under our belts now that we can play together again.
Well, you sounded amazing on the radio the other night.
Thank you very much.
I'm still reeling from it. It's surreal.
It was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a really good experience.
I think I was on the PlayStation listening to it. I was with my mates.
Yeah.
I think I started crying halfway through Molly. I was like, I'm so proud.
It's a bit crazy, like to hear yourself being interviewed and to have your new song debuted on a radio station. It was really cool experience.
Well, you've both earned it. I've seen Jamaica busk for years, and then when I heard you and her join up, it was like magic, you know.
Wait until you hear the full band as well.
Yeah, that's what we're dying for. We're dying to get the full band out there because like we like blowing our own trumpets. You think us two are like decent. Like, wait till you hear when we get David and Zach in, it's like
the whole sound changes, and
they're just such a good rhythm section between them, and they just provide so much power for us. It's unbelievable. We just love it.
I really enjoy what you do, and it's really been in that reflecting way of seeing Jamaica first sneakily show me her songs. I write songs. Look at my songs. Yeah. What do you think of my songs? I write little bits, and then to actually now be singing them in a band and out there, I think that's just beautiful. You know, I really do.
That's how we wrote all the things. Me and I had this little whatever the fuck it is, because I've got a cap on. And Jamaica had we were in the car on the way home from work day, and you had like
a couple lines from like an old song I'd written like when I was in college that I never got to finish.
We just mashed it together and started writing it as a totally new song, and we just put our heads together on it, and it came out really good.
Yeah, I think it's the saddest song I've
ever
written.
Yeah, but you know what? They're the ones that I relate to. You know what I mean?
We get a lot of good feedback off it, especially from you guys at like the Innerverse and Music and Words and all that. Like, you guys all seem to love it, and like Kitty did a cover of it. It was like,
yeah, that was great as well.
Yeah, that made me not want to sing it anymore. I was like, you know what, just
take
over.
you
sing for the band now.
The support we get's amazing.
Yeah.
So here's your questions then. What has lockdown been like for you?
It's been long.
Yeah, it's been long and rough.
Yeah, it's been really difficult. But I think even though we've not been able to be in a room and rehearse as a band or even write stuff, we've still managed to release a whole song.
Yeah, it's like, because Molly was recorded in lockdown. It was recorded from 3 separate rooms, and we said on the radio, didn't we? We said I was really worried when we went into lockdown, because me and Zach, who'd been trying to get this band going for ages, were like, we've just got this band to the point where we were booked in for full band live shows, and like, what if now it all just crumbles because of lockdown? And like, Zach, David, Jamaica, me, we all just put our heads together and just worked twice as hard to get Molly out and do it as much as we possibly could, and keep talking to people and keep putting stuff out there, and it just made us even want to do it even more.
100%. Yeah.
So it was, for the band, it was definitely a lot better than I thought it was going to be, for sure.
That's brilliant. That sort of answers the question, what did you do or didn't do?
Yeah, we didn't do gigs. We did record.
We didn't rehearse either. So.
No, yeah, we still haven't rehearsed as a full band.
No.
Which is devastating. But
I miss it.
We're hoping to get back in the next few weeks.
But you're all communicating.
Absolutely, yeah. The group chat's on every day. We're all talking to each other. Like, yeah, it's just non-stop. We all just, like, Molly took the best part of the whole of lockdown
pretty much
to record, because like, we could have done it inside of like a week or two if we were in the studio together, but because we were doing it from separate studios, it just took so long. And it was very arduous, but we got through it, and we're really proud of it. We're really proud of it.
Honestly, I think it is one of my favorite songs from us. Like, I don't know what it is, it's just a bop.
Yeah,
I can't
not
even
of the two
it.
that are out, because we know we've only got 2 songs out. But like, out of all the ones we've actually written, which is quite a lot, like it's definitely one of my favourites, for sure.
No, it's a great track. And so then the final question for you is, what are your thoughts for the future?
Oh, get me out the fucking house. Studio again.
Yeah, no, I am dying to be back in the studio. I think. So we do this cover of Out of the Black, and I am dying to sing it again. Like, I've been listening to it on repeat on Spotify, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, we do it a bit differently. We you put like kind of a Rage Against the Machine spin on it, and it's just sick. We just love doing it. And and we just
I absolutely love Rage Against the Machine, so I was just like, I've got to put it in here.
We just can't wait to get that whole band power back behind us again, with the rhythm section and with everyone else there. It's just something we're all really, really craving, I think.
Well, talking of power and rhythm, I know you have plenty of that. And so now, if anybody out there watching wants to ask you a question, if they do, I'll put it to you in between songs, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
But with that, I'd like to give to you all, please give it up for Michael and Jamaica, known as Kodama, everyone. Show them love, show them love, show them love.
It's still so strange, like...
Yeah.
Right.
Let's do it.
So
this is the last cigarette.
Day goes by, another debut, another drive. Now it's time to feel something, 'cause we drinking, we smoke, and I know so the most. But I'm stuck in a rut, don't come anywhere close to where it should be, 'cause calling to me. But I'm getting closer, when I get there you'll see. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets, and I'm done running around this broken town that keeps on trying to tie us down. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Sun goes down by the garden table, gather round up in town just to feel something, 'cause we drinking, we smoke, and I know so the most. But I'm stuck in a rut, don't feel anywhere close to where it should be, 'cause calling to me. But I'm getting closer, when I get there you'll see. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets, and I'm done running around this broken town that keeps on trying to tie us down. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets, and I'm done running around this broken town that keeps on trying to tie us down. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Smoked all out cigarettes, I don't have any regrets. Yeah.
Yeah, no regrets. There's no room for regret here.
Never.
That's wonderful. I love that tune. And you were being asked a couple of
Yeah.
things. One is, oh my God, you were on the radio by Poetry Ghost. Yeah. And they're like, what? Is it still available to listen to?
The radio show isn't. The song that was played on the radio is.
Okay.
On Spotify, if you look up Kodama UK, it'll be on there.
Yeah.
It's called Molly. Yeah, it's on our latest single.
Yeah.
Speaking
Love
of.
that one.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
Speaking
And
of
also,
Bill. Go on.
and also, it says Jamie, but I think they mean Jamaica. Yeah. Jamaica.
Yeah.
You have been a solo artist for a long time. Has it been a bug adjustment being part of a band?
You know what? It's been really strange, because like I've not been used to having to get used to everyone's schedules to like rehearse, and my God, it's so frustrating to like get used to everyone's schedule when I could just go home and just sit down and rehearse myself. But literally that's the only thing. But I prefer being in a band, funny enough.
Is that for the feeding off each other side of it?
Yeah. I have more energy when I'm in a band than I do by myself.
You motivate each other. You kick each other up the arse and get each other to do your best work and stuff. So it's
Exactly.
a lot more fun. Yeah, there's no cutting corners in a band because someone will always look at you and go, "No, you can do better than that."
Yeah, he does that to me all the time.
and you lot don't do it to me.
Because you can't.
Shut up. Don't gas me.
Yeah, no, that's really I like that. Yeah, because when I meet up with other artists, we fire each other up. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
That is, and people saying, where can we buy your music? If so, where? And I think you just said, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's all on Spotify, Apple Music,
iTunes.
SoundCloud, iTunes, the whole shebang. YouTube,
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Kodama UK. The 2 songs are All the Things I Wanted You to Say, which came out Valentine's Day this year, and then Molly,
Of all days.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Molly, which came out. When did Molly come out?
18th of July, I think.
18th of July.
I want to say.
Yeah.
Debuted on the 17th, so 18th. Yeah.
Well, that's wicked. That's and well, let's have some more then. Give us some more.
Yeah. Speaking of, this is our second single. This is Molly. This is the one that was debuted on the radio show about 2 months ago, a month ago.
I remember. I was tuned in and listening. Got do it.
Right. Oh, love this one. Times that you held me tight. All the times your bed was empty without me at night. And leave right now, cause I don't wanna fight. You made me wanna rip my hair out. You made me wanna scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing matters. And you fill me with day you left still runs through my mind. But you can't empathize, you're cold inside. All the times my bed was empty without you at night. Don't ask me to leave, cause I'm ready to fight. You made me wanna rip my hair out. You made me wanna scream and shout. Like nothing matters, and you fill me with doubt. I've wasted my time keeping you on my side, so this is the last time that I'll question my mind. You make me wanna rip my hair out. Nothing matters anymore. You never meant a single thing you said. You don't know how hard I've tried again and again to get you off my mind. You made me want to rip my hair out. You made me want to scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing matters. And you fill me with doubt. You made me want to rip my hair out. You made me want to scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing matters. And you fill me with doubt. You made me want to rip my hair out. You made me want to scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing matters. And you fill me with doubt. I've wasted my time keeping you on my side, so this is the last time that I'll question my mind. You make me want to rip my hair out. I love that song so much. Oh.
I've got no hair to rip out.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so happy we wrote that song because it basically foreshadowed the whole situation.
Oh god, yeah, it did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a laugh.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that seeing a lot of like writing I've done and others have done is more relevant now than it was when I wrote it. Like some stuff I wrote and I go, it had no meaning at the time. Like it's just some stream of consciousness, and then now it makes sense. Yeah.
Because I think the day it debuted, I think it happened because the song was about my best friend and her at the time boyfriend.
And yeah, the day it the day it debuted, I think they broke up.
They broke up, yeah, the day it debuted.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
I was hilarious in my books.
Yeah.
We're not nice people.
No, he was not a nice person.
No, he wasn't. He was not a nice person. So.
No.
All right.
Oh, well, you're getting lots of love. You're getting lots of love. And I know you've got more, so just keep going.
All right, this is
And like I said, any questions, please ask them.
All right, this is Shiver.
Fucked up, oh, I'm out of my mind. Nothing here to stop me dead this time. Overdose on an apathy pill. Need something to save me, but nothing will. Love me if you can.
Use me.
Leave me in the end.
Shiver.
I can't believe what I'm saying.
Shiver.
No, that isn't me. Out again, I'm burning town. Old boots and a blacker jacket crown. Woke up and now I can breathe. There's a weight on my chest, I can feel your disease. Love me if you can.
Use me.
Leave me in the end.
Shiver.
I can't believe what I'm saying.
Shiver.
No, that isn't me.
Know me.
Love me if you can.
Use me.
Leave me in the end.
Shiver.
I can't believe what I'm saying.
Shiver.
No, that isn't me.
You give us shivers. You give us shivers. It's funny. I've just been caught out as well. I love that song because I've just been asked by Karen McCabe. You know Karen McCabe, the singer.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are those my headphones?" I'm like, "Yeah." I borrowed something off Karen. I didn't return it. I just got caught on live. And but they're great, Karen. They're doing a great job. And yeah, you're being. I just got asked, what would I describe you when I'm pitching you to people? How would I describe you in one line? And it's so funny because after hearing you, it's too difficult to describe you because your different styles jump around. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no set thing I can say. I just say it's Mike and Jamaica. That's, do you know what I mean? Because it's a great question. It's just one that I've often asked. When I first heard you, I would have put you in one bracket, you know, and gone, there's a line. Then I heard you again and went, that's completely different. And so, you know, it's another thing, which I think the variation is, I'd say you're a very eclectic band.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say very eclectic.
Yeah, that's good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Versatility is a big like goal of ours.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're very versatile. Yeah, I really. Yeah, so continue, please. Give us more. Give us more. We're hungry. Feed us.
This is called Reflections. I always like doing this one. I usually do it by myself, and now I've got Jamaica to do it with me because we're out of lockdown. And it's about, I wrote a really long time ago about a friend of mine who was going through a very hard time, and as someone who wasn't going through a hard time, just how, you know, you can, how difficult it can be to support someone through that, but at the same time how important it is to support someone through that, because you never know, as the case was with me, they might support you through it one day.
Yeah.
Just the message of this one, I guess, is just don't be a dick.
And just be there for
be
people.
be nice to each other. Like,
Yeah.
just,
That's beautiful.
This is called Reflections, funnily enough.
It's been so long, man, since I've seen you smile. Times are healer, but it's been a while. The brave face and the talk don't suit you well. You're simple through, as time will tell you. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. No, it's hard seeking a new perspective. Take your life in a new direction. Thinking clearly is near impossible. But losing hope now just won't help at all. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. Has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth. It has to get better, cause it couldn't be worse. There's so much more life than how you've been hurt. I'll keep singing all my songs for all they're worth.
Yeah. I'm not hearing you hurting your chest, Jamaica, but yeah. That's
No, that one always kind of gets me in my feels, because
yeah.
you always everyone kind of has that friend who goes through like that hard time, and you always want to be there for them.
Or has been that friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or has been that friend. It's very, and that song, that, do you know what? I love the words, but that song, I told you before, the way that there's a part in that guitar that makes me go, I know this. So yeah, that bit. I'm like,
very
makes
generic.
I don't know.
Someone.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My brain says it reminds me of a Pink Floyd tune.
Don't know.
Which is, it's got that feel. That's what I mean. I can't put you in a bracket. I can't. Like I would never want to put you. If I ever put you in a bracket, you can slap it and tell me don't do that. Yeah. And you're being asked: is Kodama a blend of your previous separate sounds, or is it completely new?
It's definitely a blend.
Oh yeah.
It's this Kodama started. Fuck, the Kodama started when I was about 12. It started as like a bunch of friends from school who were just practicing in the school hall. We were doing like screamy stuff. And we had 2 vocalists, and then that kind of went down the pan because obviously we were just a school band. And then there was like a second iteration when the guys were in 6th form and we were kind of leaving school, and that was a bit different. And then I was in a band as well when I was about 12 or 13 called Fluorescent Canvas that I was in with David, our drummer now. And then obviously it's got influences from your solo stuff, and it's got
which is where all the things came from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's got influences. I'm on Destruction. IOD
yeah.
was originally a song for a band that me, David, and another guy called David were in without a guy from our first band. It's a blend of about like 6 or 7 different bands that have just now come together and gone, this is the one that we're going to just blend it all together and go, this is the best of all the past, I guess, like 10 years of all of the stuff me, you, Zach, and David have done.
Yeah.
We're just throwing all the best bits into this and just seeing what comes out, I guess.
Well, that's cool, man. It's like a big artist palette, and you found the right mix. Yeah, just the perfect mix. That's really cool. And Sard saying we really need a concert in Slough, a big, nice concert.
We can do that.
We definitely can.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We got to show Sard love. He put us all together here right now.
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah.
Really big deal for us, so thank you very much for having
us. And let's just put him out there, exposing a bit. He writes poetry and he's very good at it. You've heard him at the Innerverse. He's very good. He's sneaky. He likes to hide it away and not tell people.
I think I know who you're on about.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, we'll just highlight him so everyone can now ask him to reveal his poetry. Yeah, it'd be wonderful. And then, here you go. You got another question from Andreas. You know Andreas?
Oh,
yeah, we know.
Hey, he said, when busking or playing for an audience, then are you part of an audience? Then are you when busking or playing for an audience, then you are part of an audience. How do you cope performing to the camera with delayed audience feedback? How do you cope with that?
I think we just we do the same as we do live. We just lose ourselves in it.
Yeah, 100%.
We just forget.
Because I think if I didn't, I'd just get really anxious and be like, okay.
We just wouldn't be able to do it. So as soon as we're all nervous, and then as soon as we hit like the first chord or the first note, we just completely get enthralled in it. So we just no offense to anyone watching us, we're all very grateful. But,
no, I'm with you. You got to focus on what you're doing. I'm with you.
It's just our thing, and we get up and do what we love, and we just get lost in it because we think that's the best way we can give our best kind of performances if we just lose all our inhibitions and just go for it.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. It's lovely when the audience are with you, but I don't go in there with that attitude. I go in there with, I've got to do this.
If anything,
I'm doing this.
Because we're like a young, especially when we do like go on to do live band shows, like live full band shows, we kind of have the attitude of we're there to win people over. We're there to sway a crowd, especially if we're like supporting bands and we're lower on the bill. We want to go in there and we want to like
build up a fan base.
Yeah,
really.
we want to blow the headliners out the water and stuff. You know, like we want to.
That's the attitude. There is no other bands. There are no other bands.
It's just us.
Just us.
Yes, that's it. That is it. And so please give us more. How long have you been performing for? Anyone would think I'm running this and I should keep an eye on the time.
We've got 2 more. All right.
Yeah. Crack on. Go ahead.
This is called IOD. It's about when life goes pear-shaped and you go pear-shaped with it, I guess.
I like pears. Yeah.
Shout out to all the pears. Creeping closer through the debris, trusted, I'm a danger to myself. I can't find an excuse for the recklessness engulfing my world now. Nothing left to talk about, it's just no use. Feeling defeated so easily. I'm burning up now and I can't breathe. My eyes are heavy, I can't sleep for my own sake. I'm on self-destruction till I find an escape. No such thing as win or lose. It's not something that I choose, so it's not time with anymore. Wake up late and I can't see straight. Nothing matters to me but the moment. And I'm chosen. I'm on self-destruction. I'm on self-destruction. Self-destruction. No such thing as win or lose. It's not something that I choose, so it's my time with anymore. Wake up late and I can't see straight. Nothing matters to me but the moment. And I've chosen. I'm on self-destruction. I'm on self-destruction. I'm on self-destruction. Self-destruction. I'm on self-destruction. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I do you know what, that one, I don't know if I've heard you play that one.
We don't do it a lot.
No.
We don't play it unless we've got a bit of
I really, really like that.
Thank
I really relate to it quite a lot.
we got into that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you got well into that. Again, it's a each song is like completely different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why. It's so refreshing. You know,
Thank you,
it's very, very refreshing. And so, what is this last song that you're going to bless us with today?
Oh.
Oh no, I'm a sweetheart, really, and it's a tragedy that I'm single, isn't it?
This song is the first song me and Jamaica ever wrote together, and we wrote it at a time when we were both going through some stuff.
I know for a fact I'm gonna cry during this one. I'm
Yeah.
already starting to.
Well, I always hope that you do, because it really adds to the performance. I remember if this is what I think it is, when you performed it in the Herschel Arms,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Tom King, our Innerverse King, and when you performed that, I remember that moved. The stunned silence was the response, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because I think when I played that one, I think I had just been broken up with.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it properly hit me, and I was just like, I don't want to do this one anymore.
I've taken on a bit more of a positive light to it lately.
Yeah.
I wrote it on my half, I guess, about something that was going not so well.
Yeah.
And she'll hate me saying this, but it's now going very well, and I'm very lucky. So yeah, this is.
Hey man, if you're with an artist, you're part of the work. That's the way it goes. Yeah, you're part of the work.
What is when lyric did? You don't want to piss off a poet at the.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off a poet.
Right. Yeah. This is called
All the things I wanted you to say.
I know. Oh, I love this. This is gonna make me cry. It probably won't, but it'll make me feel like it.
I can feel it in my chest. Can you come over? We can talk about the world. can finally agree on who we want to be. After all this time, I think I've changed my mind. It hurts to say, but I know we're not the same. Maybe it's better off this way, living the dream separately, far from who we used to be. But I still miss you. I am gonna cry. Half empty beds don't sleep the same. Now this without a touch to trace your name. The same beds they often haunt, with a half-hearted attempt to even up an old familiar score. Maybe it's better off this way, living the dream separately, far from who we used to be. But I still miss you. It's killing me, I've got to stay away, 'cause all the things I wanted you to say were all too dear a price to pay. I'm begging you to be astray. I'll stay with you until my dying day.
Keep it together.
I'm trying. Maybe it's better off this way, living the dream separately, far from who we used to be. But I still miss you. It's killing me, I've got to stay away, 'cause all the things I wanted you to say were all too dear a price to pay. I'm begging you to leave me astray. I'll stay with you till my dying day.
Yeah, Jamaica, come on. Oh, I love you, Jamaica. Come on. It just adds when you cry. You're like, it's beautiful. Honestly, you could.
It's always just like the voice crack at the end, especially when I'm gonna cry, because it's always the same part that I cry at. Because it's the whole song, I start thinking about certain people I shouldn't think about because he's a dick. And then it just sort of happens.
I've built up a tolerance because I only think about the person I wrote it about, and it's just try and block it out. I'm joking.
Yeah. No, I don't mind if you are or are not joking. This is the space. This is the space to be who you are. Yeah, and you are Kodama, and you cry, and you suppress. Yeah.
Yes.
And out of it we get this wonderful music.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So no, and you're getting so much love on the thing, so much love, and I want to. Obviously, you're going to stay in the room with us, but But please post all the links to your stuff in the YouTube comments so people can get it, because they're asking. Yeah, and obviously, once again, big love to you both, and we'll be seeing each other soon because everything's going into the new normal.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, everyone show some love for Kodama, Michael Curtis, and Jamaica Sutton.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, well, if that didn't make you feel, then you must not be alive. And if you need a bit more feeling in the house, then the next artist will definitely make you think and feel. Can you please give up? This man is so productive. It's like there's a new song out every day. There's something out every day. Can you please give it up for Mr. Anyway, the God? Are you there? Anyway.
Yes, I am here. Thank you very much. Well done, Jamaica. Well done, Mike. I mean, I enjoyed that. Well done, man. Well done. Thank you very much, man, for having me all the time, man. My brother Pete, man. What's good? What's good?
Brother anyway. What is good? What I love, one of the things I love about you is when me and you talk, there is no need for small talk. It's like we surpass that. We just go straight to it, to the root of everything. You know what I mean? It's quite rare to have. So I really value that, you know. I really value you on that, and I value what you do, and your wordplay and your stuff blows my mind, because I get like, I should have thought of that, but it's genius, you know.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's
man. Likewise as well, man. And you definitely add to my perspective. I mean,
that's nice, man.
Just in your expression and your art form, and even in your honesty, man. It's just not many people are brave and courageous enough to be honest. So thank you, man.
Well, that means a lot. Thank you, man. And I know lockdown is we spoke through it, and it's just been odd. But we thought life was odd before lockdown. This is just, you know, so we're sort of prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were prepared.
That's what I've been telling everybody, man. I feel like I don't know. I felt like I've been being prepared for moments like this. I just knew what to do. I kind of expected it to happen at some point, and it happened. And you know what I mean, yeah.
I do, in a way that would require far more than the time we have here to get across. And so obviously, like you're here, I know you are so productive on the hip hop side of things. So, and you run workshops as well. Would you like to tell us about them?
Yep, I'll definitely shout out to Beetroots.
Oh man, I'm on.
Yep, oh man, I'm on. I mean Spencer and Katie Lowe. Do you know what I mean? The whole gang, Saleha, Naman. I mean all of those coming up. Rebecca, who's also part of the team and stuff now. Monique. I mean, shout out to Declan's. The times before lockdown, he came in and you know what I mean, was supporting and being around. Shout out to Josh Cyrus as well. He's also part of it. Many others, Raf. Some of these people who's touched your platforms and stuff as well. So yeah, they've been doing that. I know that has definitely been a big help for during the whole lockdown period, where there was still some kind of activity and platform or area for engagement. You know what I mean, and interaction with people, though it be online during that COVID process period, and also kept me working. You know what I mean, in terms of help put my mind on something. Although even if I didn't have that, I'll be honest with you, I've got stuff to do. I've got stuff to do.
You're one of the busiest people I know.
Yeah, just got was blessed to be a part of, and now fully indoctrinated and inducted into, not indoctrinated, just the wrong word. Inducted into another working situation. Do you know what I mean? With some brothers and that. You know what I mean? With a label called Rap Exchange.
Yeah.
During lockdown, I was doing recording as well. So I was still recording because I got my own little setup and bits of equipment and stuff to portable setup to do stuff as well. And I was recording um, some vocals for songs to be a part of, and then he ended up creating the one of the people, the same brother that who goes by the name of KG Chi, had the idea to just do a 2020 lockdown project during COVID, early stages, and then we ended up doing 20 tracks. So just
20 tracks.
just me reaching out to different people and people within our associates and stuff, loads of people that we know, and managed to do that and we were sending in these parts, and then as the parameters lifted, I found myself in a situation where uh, we've become a whole, because we're family anyway, but become a whole part of a team, just working together. um, More and more now involved in mixing and um, shadowing, mixing per people that whose profession is mastering and mixing as well. So just learning more, and later on, you know what I mean, see what fruit it bears. So right now, really, the COVID situation, and this has always been my mindset, because I don't, when things tend to fall through, my mindset has never been reliant on anything that is just not built to last. Do you know what I mean? And where there's
Yeah.
lots of holes, um, I'm a big believer in educate yourself. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Learn what you can as much as you can for yourself, and question everything. Do you know what I mean? Be inquisitive. Be like a child.
That's always been mine.
And
Question
that's
everything.
that's what I love about you, man. That's why
Yeah.
we can have certain conversations. And yeah, like I said, even if I didn't have any work to do, I was still doing the tuition. I work for a tuition company, and they had a beta version, an online beta tuition version, and they that kind of a push them to do that. So I was still doing multiple jobs. On top of that, I'm a father. I've got many children. I was helping uh, do things within the household with them, occupying and I mean, doing little routines with them, whether it be exercising, setting out little learning work, schoolwork, homeschooling, getting into that type of a regime. So I had things to do, like just, and I'm a big believer in your ideas. Do you know what I mean? It's important, the ideas you have or you come with. You should try at least put as much effort and time, or even if it's half the effort and time, into the things that you've been wanting to do, because we put so much energy and time into everything else because we're trained to. But it permitted me to have more time, because I'm a person, as you know, I'm always up and down. I'm going somewhere, or I'm coming from somewhere to go somewhere else to do
Yeah.
something else. Uh, like COVID was kind of a blessing, because it kind of made me settle my skin for 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 a little while, like some couple weeks, and do you know what I mean, couple months, so to speak. So I really got to hone in, got to study, read things I wanted to read, look into things a little bit deeper, kind of a really reassess my life, and not really, but enough.
Mm.
I mean, because giving yourself a time when you got so much to do, and you try to it's important to take time to sit down and process things, and I think that kind of happened with everybody. um I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it, but I
Mm.
don't know, man. I think something I've learned, I'm learning even more so. You just A big part of spirit is aim and purpose, and when you don't have any spirit, in situations like that, it can break you. And I've listened to people speak about things, and I managed to kind of impart or give them a perspective to kind of look at it differently, and just,
Yeah.
what you know what I mean, look at things in a see it as an opportunity. Do you know what I
Because
mean?
that
Just
that break can be that opportunity.
that's right,
That
exactly.
that breakdown is usually a breakthrough.
That's right. It's an opportunity. So that's what I said. Literally, take the words
Mm.
from my mouth. But see it as an opportunity, something to learn from, and it's an opportunity to get back to you, to
Mm.
get back to self, and I mean, really like strip yourself and find out what it is you're really about, or what it is you really are, or who it is you really are, and what it is you really like, what it is you really don't like, what do you really want to do. You know what I mean? Things that you enjoy, things you don't really enjoy, but you do. Like just a lot of things that you can branch into so many different subcategories. But at the root and the essence, it's you, and it's you're alive. It's just being alive. You know, that's a lot of our mantras. When you ask
That
us
that
how we're doing, life.
that
Just
yeah.
turn back.
The evidence is I'm still here, man.
That's it.
The evidence
That's
is I'm still
exactly.
here. Yeah.
You're here. I'm still trying to be here even when I'm not here. So that's what the work is. It's literally making word flesh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Word flesh. Come on, you ain't even performed, and you give me word flesh.
You know what I mean? So all the things you say you're gonna do and wanna do, is just making it bond and flesh by doing it and making it happen. Just like you've done. This is your right there. You've just made it flesh. You know what I mean? It's becoming flesh as we speak and we continue. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. No, well, I could talk to you for hours about these subjects, and I'm going to ask you your questions.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go into you just giving us what you got.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So how I think you pretty much answered these
That's
questions,
what.
and if people didn't get it, then they weren't listening. Yeah, but it's okay, and please feel free to ask anyway questions as well. You're being told you're a huge inspiration on here as well, and how has lockdown been for you, as we've just heard?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was humorous listening to the confusion at times, but
Oh,
at
it's been a great show.
yeah, at the same time, just took time to spring clean, took time to do all the things you want to do around the house and just
Mm.
better your environment and whatnot. So it was super fun for me. I got to read, I got to study, I got to talk to my children, I got to, do you know what I mean, find out things, more things about them than than I knew, and really get to appreciate and see them in their development in kind of who they're forming out to be. Um,
Yeah,
uh, Teaching me, they taught me a lot about myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm still always learning. A lot.
I get that. Most of my lessons come through others.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's it's just all reflections, isn't it? They're like so many aspects of them. Like I see myself in, and so many of aspects of that are not me. I see in them as well, and I've grown to appreciate, and they're teaching me. But yeah, there was it's just it was a lovely opportunity for me to study and really get to practice, put some of the things I've been wanting to put in practice into practice. Do you know what I
And
mean?
that pretty much answers what did you do or didn't do. So, what are your thoughts for the future?
Um, to keep going, that momentum that I picked up during COVID. I'm trying to keep going. I'm trying to keep going because as the perimeters have lifted, I find a lot of things kind of and mindsets going back to normality, which kind of can be great in because when unfortunately in situations like these, when you're forced to do certain things is only when you do certain things. When you to do it off your off your own will and own accord, it requires a little bit more discipline and a little bit more
Mm.
focus. And as we know, well, this place there's so many distractions, man. But
Yeah,
trying not to get sidetracked or distracted. But I've spread myself very thin.
yeah. And I love that on the discipline because I spent years trying to wait on the reliance of motivation, and it is a myth.
Yeah,
It is a myth. Discipline was what it took. I have to do things when I don't want to do them.
right.
I
That's right.
have to do, especially, and that then motivation occurs.
That's right.
But dependence on motivation, I would, if I waited to depend on motivation, nothing would ever happen.
Nothing would happen.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, nothing would ever happen.
And that's the beauty of it, because sometimes it's like I tell people, some of the people I speak to, well, a lot of the time it's just like anything. When you see people do certain things, you don't know how long sometimes they spent with, whether it be with themselves or with people motivating. But those who haven't, don't necessarily have that support and are self motivated, you don't know how long it took for them to really master or hone in, or where they had to go to be able to, perform or display what it is that we witness a lot of the time.
Yeah. There's so much unseen.
That's right.
There's the image me and you create of seeing something and we grab, but there's so much behind that we don't know.
That's right. The unseen reality is very real. I think COVID proved that.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's perfect. So, how many pieces you got for us tonight, anyway?
I got loads. I didn't know. It was kind of like a. So I basically picked what 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked about. Have I got there? 10 things to pick from. So I'll do. Some of them are really short. So I'll just. Do you know what I mean?
Well, cool. Well, I'm gonna. People feel free to ask him questions. As you know, like Conrad's just said, you're a deep guy. We know, yeah. And please ask questions, and I'll chat to him in between. If you could, yeah, we're good for time. I'd say we're good for time. You just go for it. So give it up, everybody, for Anyway, the God.
Thank you. So this first one, this is somebody I've been listening to for a while, and just resonates with me. Coming from the Caribbean diaspora and just the history, and with everything that we're been going through. I've performed this a few times before, and but they're Haitian, and if we're talking about self motivation, that one of the big things about Haitian people, they're very self motivated. They're hard workers, man. And this is just some hard-working reflection I did, and it was inspired by an artist called Matt Comey, who did a little song produced by Old Sweatshirt called Henrietta Lacks, whose cells were used in a lot of the vaccinations and that we actually take today. So it's this is just something. This is a self-reflecting thing. I'm gonna start with this. It's cool. I just call it the maths different. Here we go. All right, let's get this. 1 second. Let's pull it up. Nope, that's not the one. Have you talked to the winds of Have you talked to the winds of To all the people out there moaning, complain, can't find a place, looking to spooks the faith. I hope you find it sense a lot soon them late. I mention more permission to contemplate when lost away. Sense to find some sense and senses to stimulate. Kiss asteroids when brought into atmosphere. I'm gonna do that again. Sorry, apologies. Let me go again.
It's gonna wheel up. Come again.
Alright. To all the people out there moaning, complain, can't find a place, looking to spooks the faith. I hope you find a sense a lot sooner than late. I mention more permission to contemplate when lost away. Lose sense to find some sense and senses to stimulate. Kiss asteroids when branch into outer space, that belt LA. Reminder her waist has many uses, rings the bruises, eh? I was acing way before the shit got strange. Developed many traits in view I was missing. They tried to hush me. Ha. The God's flame helped me audition in a rough place. Rebel to their tradition, weren't giving in to white praise. Rock bound in churches I went up. Watch black folks dance, play the hoax. Slave Negro spirituals, booze deliver. Staying ground, can't agree, yeah. Not free, I lost we are. And couldn't care about the shit neither. Lived this field trip, made the decision to try to live cleaner. Testimony holy, my aura blinger. Quranic pages condense the info I witnessed when I would speak meager. Elijah woke me to God's cerebral beamer. No more pig, I wouldn't smoke either. Inhale, prevail my lips to breathe ether. The false God eater. Elohim need the Pope at the gates of St. Peter. Any you got something to say, speak up. From a child won't be embraced to learn me, saw something they'd love to break and make weaker. Battling egos that's grown in seeds that's sown reaper. Now folks is old face the grim reaper. Free your life's just begun, peeper. New insight, I'm gone PD pop the horn to warn keeper. When blazing trail and setting sail sweeper. Trials make way like a street sweeper. Truck gone goalkeeper. Ha! Faith of a mustard seed move mountains and take leapers. Cold-blooded trackers with heat seekers. Aim is to delete us. Fate of God's chosen since formed fetus. DNA stating that God be us. Ha! Melanin states our nature separates our features. God and devil, the trial made is to complete us. Ha! Hey yo, the math's different. The math's different. Yeah, the math's different. And that's the first one.
The maths is different.
Different time syncopations.
Yeah. Conrad, you're loving that. I know Conrad is loving you off.
Appreciate it. It's just my insulated moments.
They're great moments. Give us more.
All right, the next one. This one was I wrote this inspired from a beetroot session. Listening to a lot of the young people. This was way before COVID. Talking about suicide, and just listening to some of their problems. So I wrote a song called "You're a Star, Don't Die." You know what I mean? Just wishing the same thing. Just believe in yourself. You know what I mean? The stars that we wish to or look up to. Do you know what I mean? Just look for the light within, man. So this one is called "You're a Star." Produced by another brother of mine, who goes by the new title, is it? The Man in the Book. So this was called "You're a Star." Huh. You're a star, you're a star. Huh. You're a star. I can relate. I can relate. Battling depression. I hope I got enough phone credit to call and hold the session. Relief from all the stressing of the world made to feel less and find my pearl speech and addresses out to keep people arrested. Mental curfews aid abetting, fair the message. Ha! Ticking time bomb, romance and greed we finance. The dance of thieves we try chance with masks when meeting fleshlings. Ha! So many earths collide on like asteroids impacts deadly. Slaves like that ring of debris till one breaks away toward the separate trajectory. Rebellious to doctrines, false fair seeming we detected from a system self-ejecting. God elected, I was born to be a lot more than this. Let's be our best wish. Ha, let's be our best wish. Ha, let's be our best wish. Let's be our best wish. Wish upon a star that is you. Cause you're a star, this is true. Wish upon a star that is you. Cause you're a star. God standards I measure and educate myself on him, seeking the true successor within to live exemplar. Purpose of pressure is not to make us lesser, put us down, nor to regress, yeah. These are little testers that will help bring out the best, yeah. Discovering our treasures, our metal and our makeup, environments that wake up, the talents and the gifts we have that's well within our nature, the godliness inside of us, the light within our, the star within we raise up, a torch amongst what usurps and works to snatch your light away in darkness, sticky erasers. My vessel used to knowledge supreme, hell we escape up, assembly with God predestined, heaven's embrace. Let's be our best wish. Ha. Wish upon a star that is you. Cause you're a star, this is true. Wish upon a star that is you. Cause you're a star, you're a star. All my children, you are stars. All our children, they are stars. All the youth, they are stars. Tomorrow's ours. Ha. And that's you're a star.
For all the stars.
Yep.
I love that. And Poetry Ghost loves that. They're saying they heard it on ANG's live stream.
Yes, I did it a cappella.
Yeah, nice, nice. So what you got for us next anyway?
Alright, this one, I think I'm just gonna yeah. I'm gonna keep the vibe. This one is cool. I performed this at, I think, was it the first one of the first, or it might have been the second Innerverses, it might have been the first, where you had it in the small room.
Oh yeah, I remember when we used to be in the small room. Yeah.
I did this one. It's called Call It Like I See It. This one's out there. I'll do it. It's very short. I'll do this one. So this one's called Call It Like I See It. So just while I'm in the groove, just winging it right now. But while I'm in the groove,
we love the winging.
All right. So this one's called Call It Like I See It. It's available everywhere. Let's go. Call It Like I See It. There we go. Like it's imperative, the merit in the message gives a fair chance for bettering. No need for sugarcoats, no clearing throats to talk. Walk the best path to settle in. The best part, I focus, embark, form in the dark mode. I shape shift my place, fit park where I belong. Born feeling like I don't belong, I make my own songs. I start with me, I talk to me, undressing me, addressing me to evolve past the states unclean. Self-examine, right my own wrongs, development, the whole earth's my tenement. There's only one true reality, the truth brings some clarity. External demons mirror demons of self. Once the facts in view can tackle it well, appraisal from hell. For man's progression and for one's mental health, they aim to excel. Look at the problem close to studying well, the force we dispel. It's every human right to know where is a must for the heart's trust. Confusion surrounds us, needs to clear so that love buds. To break down all the false constructs, level ground for foundations to build up. Ha. It's what I want for you, what I want for me. For solutions that's held within me, I delve. For solutions that's held within me, I delve. That's tell the truth.
Yeah, it was external demons reflect demons of self. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I keep going?
Keep going, keep going.
Okay. All right. This one is just this one.
And get it. If people can ask you questions, tell them don't be shy. There's no shyness needed here.
Ask me.
Don't be afraid.
As best as I can. I'll ask as best as I can.
Hit us with more.
If you don't have, I totally understand. It's fine. I don't mind. So let me hit you with more. In a lot of the things I probably perform.
Do you know what it is? In your words, you answer all questions.
I figure
that's what it is.
Figures. All right. So this one, I'm gonna do a verse off of one of the verses I sent, or I did for one of this project. I'm actually in the studio now. So
nice.
This is live from the studio. One of the verses I did, and one of the things I think got put out around the lockdown period, and I find everything relevant. As and when it comes, as and when it's done, and as and when it's put out. So this is just an instrumental. I'm gonna express on this one. Big up Nicholas Craven. You might get a surprise as well. Ha 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 ha. Ah. Alright. Ha. Ha. Take your time, take your time. Take your time, take your time. Yeah. Ha. Take time, I organize the will and right. My one life, one chance, I'm giving fight to live it right. Permitted sight for seeing, bring to being. God's vision's bright. Rectify the faults I find to free in. Imprisoned light, address reflections of my own. The message that's projected in the setting, seen dejections, must acknowledge to correct what's wrong. Responsible, being grown, no telling. The ending, bro, so utilizing, euphemizing, running. My vehicle, what's done can't be unwritten. So in dealing, must see it all. Being tall, confront the bull in view. I got weeding to do, gardening tools, pull lessons from the shit and spread the minerals. Tilling manual, applying all I do, make beautiful. Survey the pages, plot, border fence and part, protect the invest. Be at peace, secure, war, sacred guard against the odds and oppositions. Praying hard, escape perdition, stay in regard and recognition of Allah, remaining God living. Praying, trying to space from degradation, need elevation. Patience, surface greatness in creation, seed life with aiming. Escape vessels, vacant occupations to rub your patents. Plagiarizing statements, imitations don't get no ratings. Ha! Delay in preparation, poor presentation, decaying effects, impressions are less on the implications. What's the point of decorating faces for lacerations? Painting portraits for blading and claw, eviscerating of rip. I pick a position and place for liberating. I'm sick, addicted to formulation, habituated. I pick my rhythmic patterns and paces and simulate them to fit in pockets to grip. The listener situated to sit, take it in, hit back again, gaining spins due to stimulation. Amazingly ticking time over mine. Rotary shift, loaded with gifts, taking trips and pilgrimages for keys. Dive in the abyss to unlock bits of my cerebral crypt. Gain the mental lifts, progressive tip to point the of witnessing all planes so transmigrated, descended to bridge. Heavens with breath through insight, emit energy like beings reanimated. The form through world born as earth reincarnated. I see myself displayed on outside. My life I must live, seeking the best in order to better and better give. Lovingly sift through the shit, evolve in the mist. God in the mix, God in the mix, God in the mix, God in the mix, God in the mix. Ha.
In the mix. In the mix. See, Conrad said you got Griselda vibes.
Yeah, look, yeah, different, yeah, all kind of vibes, all kind.
Yeah, Griselda vibes. And we're keep going. How can we support and get your music?
So I got stuff out there. I got a few projects and stuff out there. They're all there. Just type in anyway, spelled properly. Capital A, capital W if you want to be specific, because it might come up quicker. I don't know. THA, not E. THAGOD. It's all separate. So anyway, then the THA and then God GOD, and then you find bits of stuff, all kind of stuff. I've got all sorts of stuff out there. So, and all with these type of messages. So I just like putting reminders and put things that I like to kind of draw and pull on and remind myself at times, because
Oh, cool. Someone's just, I think it's Amanda's just posted links to your Spotify and everything as well.
Thank you so much. Appreciated, Amanda. Thank you very much. I mean, big up home Slough, and
Sard and Amanda just been doing
Sard
all
and
this
Amanda,
themselves. Just those two, man. Do you know what I mean?
big up Empowered. Do you know what I mean? Big up the Innerverse. Big up Music and Words. You know what I mean? Matt, Bavel, yourself, all of these people. Big up my brothers extended. You know what I mean? The likes of Joker Star and people I'm working with now for just the constant encouragement and creating the spaces and places to, do you know what I mean, do these things, express myself more, because I'm very reserved. So I'm trying not to be, but
I know that feeling, man. That's
yeah,
why it's so important. We all create these spaces for people to be who they are.
100%. So I'm gonna go. Let me go. All right, I'll go with. Let me go. I'm gonna go down again before I go back up.
Let's do it.
All right. So you was talking about relationships.
Oh, the
Yeah,
fun and games.
I might do this. I think I should. Let me do this. I'll do this one. Um, as I go down. Yeah, I might as well. So this one, you see me perform this as well. I'm gonna try and nail it this time. I'm gonna try and nail this one. This one's called "Don't Be My Enemy."
Ah,
Yeah, loving warning.
uh,
Yeah, my loving.
yeah, it's
So
that energy.
it's that energy. So yes, uh, don't be my enemy.
I love this track. Go on.
Ha ha ha! From the heart. Only place I write from. Ha! Easy for you to say. My love has no limit. Towards you I limit. Show actions in giving. My ears yours to listen. Since foul in the distance, you tried to coax me. Can't love or hoax me. You were fraud. Right from the start. Open my heart. You spat your darts. Poison from cardiac arrest. I look to God. Surgeon above. Operated in love to survive. Lessons in love. Just when I was to love again, naive thinking this special wind beneath my wings. Pick me up and lift me to nosedive. Thank God we're too high. I checked the altitude. Fakeness amounted to nothing about this truth. Except the lessons and maybe some new positions. Pulled on my halo. I went above the rim. I don't do gambling. Was risky to the brim. I went out on the limb. But risk is poetry. I came back with a limp. I even shared my sins with you to show where needed bettering. Both of us mirroring. Huh. You used for battering. My spirit shattered gin. Nearly unleashed my countenance now is wavering. Huh. Flint the fire and neat. I cannot trust a thing. All's in questioning you open up, they bust you in. Huh. I'm God strong. Such wicked attempts, I'm used to weathering. As long as I'm with him, thank God for my pain in the past, all this can put up with. I know God saw, and where I'm wrong, accept the punishment, ain't judging shit. Play judging this. Witnessed your ugliness, the goodness in you I focused on. Caused blind to the bad, I missed you. Plotting in your calcs and if my love too big to fit in your thinking. Allah's my king, the best to scheme. Proceed to place the thing that beats within me. I will find my home, or I will build my own. I'm trying to go, you cannot bring me. God's not your pilot, he's whom I fly with. He keeps my sky lit, heaven I'll find it. Bile occupies your space, you seek my devil state. I don't align with your head's a bed of snakes. Medusa's head, the shape of sculpture, caught in your gaze. Turn into statue place, not my environment. I am no toy to play, no ornament for games. Best find another A, try feeding righteous. Of exalted relay, for you I pray for change. God's breath in you remains. I stay in silence when I'm harbor's pain. I work for better days, learn love for self, okay? My peace of mind is God's love sufficient claim. Cause I am perfect straight, I need to be appraised. I love you from afar, as long as I see God. It's God in you I love. Don't be my enemy, don't be my enemy, don't be my enemy. Please love yourself, okay? Don't be my enemy, please love me. Yeah.
Your head is a bed of snakes. That's the line that always gets me. There's so many in there, but I'm always like, yeah. I love that one. That's so.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just make me think.
I think, man, pain makes you think.
Yeah, you make me think.
When you process pain, you learn from it, man. Pain makes you think. I mean, the issues of the heart is the best pain to process.
It's usually where I get my best writing.
That's right. It's necessary.
Yeah.
It's part and process of evolution. It's evolutionary pain. Pain of the heart is evolutionary pain. It's up to you whether you nullify it or you use it.
Yes. So true. So we're running a bit behind anyway. What you got left for us? And it's purely my fault as usual.
Okay. All right. So I'll get you to pick. I got remain relevant. I got first shall be last. I've got keep Ellen. And I think golden promise. But yeah, whichever.
The first shall be last.
Yeah, you want that
Yeah.
one? First shall be last. All right. First shall be last. It is.
Yeah. I got to choose. I feel so special.
First shall be last. All right. This one's out there as well. Off my project called Allow God to Interject. So shout out to us a lot, Legionnaire family. First shall be last. Let's go. Ha. Living in dire straits, Messiah waits, Messiah traits. He blessed me with I learn and wake, apply a slowly pace, patiently take each step to date, intent on great, make sure I make my dua. So soul is safe, the granted grace, in God I chase, Allah my destination, place my heart in Him, withhold a place, acquire His love and faith. I stake my claim, in faith remain, need I explain, my position serves higher, I'm for certain, I make it plain. With God ain't plain. I'm anyway. By any means, gin fire flames, embrace the pain for progression, learn lessons, taking closer steps toward my king. Connecting link, I stay in sync, aligning with his will and wish, aspire, help fulfillment. For blessings lucrative, where I lack in knowledge, intuitive, in tune with him. Guiding my spirit, place belief within. Leaders are secretive, withholding info, take advantages. Loud followers rely on their narrative. Beware of the lull of a sleeping God. Co-sleep by the rhythm from when they slow. Most of these leaders really are frauds. Those presently leading will become lost. The head becomes the tail, well built to fail, just left the trail of death decaying, mind sustaining liars, unhealthy ways. I must escape first, discipline, engage in training, strength in gaining, armor raise my flame and blaze the fire, control my rage, blood boiling veins, keep calm, maintaining, be insane, wisdom retain, applying prayer. This science keeps me wired for focusing, serving in these times where brains they target, break apart and maim my spirit drain. They situate desires, are lost, they feed, weaken in frame, disguised with feints, making us faint for more less than familiar taint. From sin we do not tire, now fallen saints lost innocence, and innocence not innocence. We born in sin, we blooded in, our ancestors had priors, weren't perfect straight, our father's sins when passing into our living conditions. Help us bring about solutions that's required. Let's clean the slate by fixing it. I am the kings to reparate, strap my boots, round up the troops and back my youth inspired to act the change. Ha. Beware of the lull of a sleeping God. Co-sleep by the rhythm from when they slow. Most of these leaders really are frauds. Those presently leading will become lost. First shall be last, yo. Yep. Yep. You're muted. I can't hear you.
The goddamn technical. And yeah, that was just, I love that. I remember when you performed that Music of Words the first time I heard it live. It was cool, because especially when you start going, oh, no, no, no. Yeah, it makes me want to spread out my arms and do it as well. Like, yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, Conrad saying he wants to see you collaborate with Jamaica, and you have bars for days.
Yes, no, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I definitely could. Yeah, I think it's well overdue. A collab with me and Jamaica.
I think we should. We should be putting people with different people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Work with him, work with her, work with him. You know, especially the person you don't think you'd ever work with. Work with them.
She'll probably bring something out, so another aspect out of me. I mean, so I like doing stuff like that, man.
Well, anyway, you're getting loads of love and everything, and I'm sorry that I overspoke. But you know, I'm not really sorry because it's just the way things are. I just want to talk to everyone and just, you know, time is just time. But you know, I really appreciate you and everything you do and who you are. And please show anyway all the love you can. And anyway, you just yeah, I know we'll talk.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, man, for considering me and involving me in this, man. I'm always happy to be a part. I do this all
Uh,
the time, man.
it's
Thank you.
love,
Big up
man.
Conrad as well, man. Appreciate everybody that showed love. Big up everybody that's about to perform and have already performed. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward, man. Thank you very much for being yourselves. Love.
Always love, brother. Always love. And now, everybody, I was meant to perform, but I've run so over and talked enough. There's no point. I'll do a bit later. Because let's get the people on. And I'm excited to hear. I've spoken to Conrad on the phone. I know he's just done a wonderful workshop with AXAF, and he's right there, aren't you? You're there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How are you, Conrad?
Yeah, good, man. Just enjoying the vibes. You know, I feel kind of like privileged to be part of this evening, and like because all you guys kind of know each other, so it's like kind of like lucky to be kind of inputted into this artist community.
Oh, welcome, man. Just welcome, man. We're all friendly. We're all friendly. Yeah, and I'm so excited to hear what you got, like, and to hear you basically. And you know, I know you do workshop. I know you were described as, forgive me if I say this wrong, beatboxer, musician, rapper.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah,
yeah, I do lots of different things. like
yeah.
everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the thing when people say, "Oh, I'm a poet." I could go. Well, there's more. There's so many sides.
Do you rap as well? Because when he's doing your poetry, it's like bar. It's like you're barring.
I've been asked to. I just write, and it comes out. But I appreciate that, man.
That was sick. I was like, okay, this guy must spit as well. Like I thought he was a spitter because when you're doing it, I was like, okay, yeah.
Oh, that means a lot. Yeah, but no, I am so excited to hear what you and what you're going to bring to everyone now. And please, like, you're up for questions if people want to ask them as well.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And so, I haven't asked you your questions.
My questions.
Your questions, yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought you wanted me to ask you questions. I was thinking, what?
Yeah, you could ask me whatever you like. But how has lockdown been for you?
Oh, it's been up and downs. You know, some things were cancelled. A lot of gigs were cancelled. I was supposed to be in Brazil for 6 weeks, and then Sydney Opera House.
Wow.
So like, there's like 2 different tour dates were cancelled or postponed. So that was kind of a downer. But then on the plus side, you kind of find ways like doing things like this, like Zoom.
Yeah.
And then like in the workshop earlier, we did a workshop, and there's a kid who I met in a workshop in Australia, was in a workshop with kids from Slough, and I feel like before lockdown, those things kind of wouldn't have happened. So like loads of different things have kind of been learned from lockdown. So it's been good. It's been good. Some things were kind of like traumatic, you know, to lose. A lot of people lost a lot of work, but then other avenues have opened up, and people help each other, and like producers and artists help each other and kind of like share gigs and stuff like that. And you know, you kind of, it reminds me of how good people are.
Well, that's it. Yeah, seeing seeing people pull together has been really good for me. See it, and like you're saying, now a lot of this, like how this is now, is stripped away a lot of our comfort. So, and it's made it a lot more simpler. Like, oh yeah, we just go and we chat, we talk, we perform, you know, and it's been really good for that.
It's a lot realer, and actually a lot of the people, in a way, I kind of feel like a lot of fakers have been exposed.
Yeah, because you can't dull that down, and you can't.
If you're really about it, you're gonna keep doing it. Like it's what you do. So if you like, you know, I do a lot of work with the community. That will carry on. I do a lot. I'm an artist. You keep creating, and yourself, you're showing us your artwork behind you and stuff. Whereas there's some people, it's kind of like, I'm done now. I'm finished. And it's kind of like, okay, some people do have like, you know, serious problems, but some people you kind of feel like you're just a faker. Do you know what I mean? Because
I know that vibe. Yeah.
Because we need to do this. Like we need to do it. It has to happen. You know what I mean? Or we'll die. there are some where it's like, well, that's it, no more. Then I'm like, okay, bye, goodbye then.
I can't. I have to do things. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I've had that with people, and I'm like, but we are at a point in history when there is more information for you to be inspired and do things with than ever.
Yeah. No. So it's kind of like it's been good. You know what I mean? But there have been bad parts and like family stuff, and like my granddad died over lockdown. But that's life, isn't it? Like other things have been, you've seen acts of like generosity and the artist community supporting each other, and it reminds you that, like, you know what I mean, that there are good things that go on, not like it doesn't take away from your personal stuff, but you know what I mean. Like I've seen the positive, and actually, like, you know, I'm just we keep going on. We have to anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I think certain people, you know, I've been through, you know, who've been through other shit, other stuff. It's like, yo, used to it, innit? When other people, they're not used to shit happening, so it's like,
and do you know what? I feel very grateful. Like at the time in my life, it didn't feel great, but I've been through shit, so it's like every breath is a bonus since then.
Yeah. I feel that, bro. I relate.
No, it's really good to have you here. You're getting lots of love already, and so, final thing. What are your thoughts for the future?
For the future, you know, it's a bit like scorched earth right now in the arts, and like, you know, in the wider community. And in a way, it's kind of good. I feel like we need to rebuild everything in a better way. Yeah, I actually feel quite positive.
I'm with that, because out of the hardest times comes the best music and the best art. Always in the hardest times, like, to be cheesy from Jurassic Park, but life finds a way. You know, it just. And it's when the best art is revealed, when times are tough and when you're feeling oppressed and pushed against.
Mate, you see like art's been used like operating like food banks, you see that just people in your community, like at dinners, like therapists, at dinners, like social services. None of these things exist, and it's like, yo, like, it'll keep going. It'll find a way. Like, yeah, it's nice to have help, but if you take it away, we're still gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, it's been really good for that. It's a nice bit of like human revolution for everyone in that sense.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. Like even with the GCSEs and the A levels, right? I kind of feel like the kids will be all right. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the kids ain't dumb. The kids ain't dumb.
I ain't worried. Like, what's quite funny is a lot of people that last week were criticizing the education systems and also saying things like the grades don't matter. These grades don't matter. Now they're praising grades. Obviously, I never knew there were such advocates for the EdXL and AQA. They must love it and have so much praise for it, and really put a lot of investment in qualifications. The same people that last week were saying you can do what you want, like these things don't really matter, and now like freaking out. I'm like, they'll be all right, man. They'll be all right.
They'll be all right. If the evidence of my life tells me that you can have all the odds against you and it'll be all right, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I came out of school with nothing.
Same, bro.
I came out with something, but it wasn't what they taught me.
It's actually learning. You know, the grades are something else. It's a bit of paper thrown on the fire, but it's what you learn. It's what you take from it.
Exactly. So I do you know what I mean? It's like you'll be all right. No, you learn about yourself. You'll be fine. Yeah. Well, I'm so excited to hear what you got to do. So everybody, give it up for Mr. Conrad Murray.
Yeah, let's go for it. Never had no books in our house. We only had some crooks in our house. My family, everything to me. We never had no hope in the yard. I spent my evenings talking to God. Lord, can't you see my family? I never had deference from my own mum, cause she was so young, a runaway teen. It's funny cause I knew her before she was 18. I was 5 years old, sitting on my own in the flat in the cold, writing on walls, pissing on floors. I remember opening drawers and throwing shit about, and putting on medicines in my little brother's mouth. He nearly died, sitting in the hospital watching my mum cry. Yet we were alone on the next night playing a matches and starting fires. We never had no books in our house, we only had some crooks in our house. In my family, the only thing to me, we never had no hope in the yard. I spent my evenings talking to God. Well, Lord, can't you see my family? Thinking about the day when Packy bashing was all the rage. I watched my dad come home, his head split open, he was in pain. I was so confused, my mum looked at me and said that could be you. From that day I knew what I would have to do. Cover my face, cover my shame, cover my skin, protect my name. I hated my dad for being brown, he was to blame. I used to pray to be white, wanted to be right. Watched my dad's head hissing with blood that night. We never had no books in our house, we only had some crooks in our house. My family, the only thing, we never had no hope in the yard. I spent my evenings talking to God. Well, Lord, can't you see my family? Yeah, cheers.
Oh, come on. Come on. That was savage.
Oh, cheers, bro.
I relate. There is so much in that. Just everything. The beat, the words. Yeah, that's heartfelt, man. That's that raw. That's that raw.
Yeah, man. Cheers. I'm like in my flat, kind of like screaming at the top of my voice. You know what I mean? My name was... What's going on in there?
Yeah, what's happening? Yeah. Oh, you've been asked. Do you think these kind of Zoom and digital collabs will continue because they do help to break boundaries sometimes and help do things that wouldn't have been possible otherwise?
Yeah, totally. I think that like they show kind of another level of accessibility for people around the world, different parts of the country, even people that don't want to leave their house or can't leave their house. I wouldn't have thought about doing this in workshops before. You could add them to your workshop, or they could just be an added extra, like a whole thing in and of itself of your practice and what you do. I think it's definitely opened up kind of a way of how like not all things was totally accessible. So I think that it's quite a good added feature for different people, different ages.
Yeah, it opens up another pocket, doesn't it? It just is another way of reaching people and people connecting, basically.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. Yeah, loads of people, like a kid in Australia doing things, even like a kid from Slough doing a workshop with someone from Australia, someone from London. Like those things are sick, and also I feel like people with disabilities, things like that, mixing and like with other people where they wouldn't be able to before.
Yeah, no. So I've just seen my mate Mark Christensen. Yeah, he's all the way from USA.
Sick.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, he's always been like, I want to come to your poetry nights, but obviously I live in America, and he can watch now. He can join in.
Yeah. No, it will carry on. It will carry on. Hopefully people realize the worth that it has, but mixed in. I think things need to be analog and digital. You know what I mean? We can mix it together. We can
combine the two. And AXAF are giving you loads of love, and
yeah, big up.
Mr. Rob Deeks in the house. He's the man.
Yeah. He's a beatboxer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The man's definitely got some mad rhythm. So you got more for us, Mr. Conrad?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one now. This one's called No Milk for the Foxes.
Nice.
They don't know how it is, they don't know how we live, they don't know how we love, they don't know how we give. They say we're shit, they think we ain't shit, that we don't earn shit, but we don't get the chance to learn shit. They say we're feckless, we ain't the people with all the money acting reckless. Change the goalposts constantly just to test us. The only time they came onto our estates is when they came to arrest us. Listen, they say we're lacking aspiration, but most people in poverty are working hard, blood, tears, perspiration. They make their money sitting on their arse. We made our money making things, but that's a thing of the past. R.I.P. the working class, they're the haves, but we're not the have-nots, we're the chavs. And our humanity been lost. They know the value of nothing, yet they notice what the cost is. Don't know what the loss is. No more milk for the foxes. They know the value of nothing. Yeah, sure they notice what the cost is. Don't know what the loss is. No more milk for the foxes. Think of the city, I see a list of things unjust. There's so much gold right next to the rust. Through my fitted cap, I can see a map of inequality and austerity right next to prosperity. See the way power changes people and people's lives. Truth becomes lies. Open up your London eyes. So much rhetoric coming from their mouths, we should refuse to listen. Leave it to the scientists and the politicians. Is it graceful to lose if something hateful wins? We're dimming the sun just to save our skins. They know the value of nothing, yet they notice what the cost is. Don't know what the loss is. No more milk for the foxes. They know the value of nothing, yeah, sure they notice what the cost is. Don't know what the loss is. No more milk for the foxes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I could actually picture foxes going through the bins, like as you like. It's cool because you get that nighttime imagery.
Yeah. That's cool.
That was so cool, man. You're so talented. Honestly, this is amazing. You get so much love as well. They called Rob Cool says, "Big up T-Dog."
Yeah. Big up T-Dog. He's all the way from Australia. Yeah, that's how they battled. I think they battled earlier. There was a couple of battles went on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Rob back in the day was called MC Maniac, so he was just getting his battling going on. Do you know
He's still a maniac. One of the best maniacs I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, so yes, please, Conrad, more. Well, how many more you got for us?
How many more should I do? Like, I can do like 2 more.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful.
Cool. The next tune is called Cochin. Remember back in the day, Cochin?
I know all about Cochin.
Cochin, all right, cool.
Yeah, I would just be Cochin with her, Cochin with him.
Is that what I mean? Yeah, just want to come do a Cochin my yard. Cool.
Yeah, come Cochin at my drum. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Start again. Yo, hey yo, coaching. I remember coaching. People living their lives. I was sitting watching, barely taking it in. My advisor taking the piss. You should go look for a job, but all the jobs are shit. Coaching. I remember coaching. People living their lives. I was sitting watching, barely taking it in. My advisor taking the piss. You should go look for a job, but all the jobs are shit. I was too late for education ×3, but for me the spiel was the new deal. Had to do courses about choices, my career options. Often they didn't want to listen, I didn't want to be a cunt, but the position they wanted me to be in was barely living. I knew the precedent for my fate wasn't great when I turned and saw all the little pricks on my estate. 25-year-olds kicking beer cans to the wall. Only the drug dealers had the cash to look cool. Got £30 for the week, went to the shop to get some sweet shop. Keep watching, gonna go back to coaching. I remember coaching. People living their lives, I was sitting watching, barely taking it in. My advisor taking the piss. You should go look for a job, but all the jobs are shit. Coaching. I remember coaching. People living their lives, I was sitting watching, barely taking it in. My advisor taking the piss. You should go look for a job, but all the jobs are shit. But all the jobs are shit. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Summertime was the prime time to get jacked. So you put on your fitted cap, the eyes and the window to the soul. So you would flick your cap low. I could hide away from danger. It might sound pretty strange, but it was my invisible cloak, the code of the streets, so you wouldn't get beat. Yet people looking at me and imagine I was doing some kind of impropriety. Without it, I would've got robbed, no doubt about it. They say we're chavs, council house and violent. I just hate it being denigrated and silent. Yo, coaching. I remember coaching. I remember coaching. People living their lives, I was sitting watching, barely taking it in. My advisor taking the piss. You should go look for a job, but all the jobs are shit. Hey yo, coaching. Remember coaching. People living their lives. You should go look for a job, but all the jobs are shit. Coaching. Remember coaching. People living their lives. I was sitting watching, barely taking it in. My advisor taking the piss. You should go look for a job. The jobs are shit.
Yeah, the jobs are shit. I remember coaching. I remember sitting and watching. I love that. That's so true. That's so. It's like we've lived the same life.
Yeah, bro, probably have.
Oh, that's so good, Conrad. That's so you get so much love here. You get fire symbols. Or you're so much depth to your work.
Oh, cheers. Is it sounding alright? I'm scared it's distorted. You know what I mean? It's quite. Is it
No,
loud?
it doesn't sound distorted to me, and I'm sure Steve would have told me otherwise if it wasn't. Big up, Steve, making sure everyone sees this.
Big up, man, like Steve.
Yeah, he's there doing the work from another home. This is the thing. I'm here. You're there. He's there. He's in the studio. Declan's in another hood. We're all good.
Big things, mad things.
Steve's saying we're loud but not distorted. Perfect.
Thank you, Steve. You're doing a good job, man.
So, what is your final piece for us, comrades?
The last piece is called What Floor. It's from a show called High Rise: A State of Mind. I actually performed it for Home Slough last year.
I couldn't make it. I was so gutted. But this has happened. Yeah.
Is that yes, it's great. So we had to hear one of the tunes, and it's currently in the Reading Fringe Festival as a digital show because they filmed it in 360.
Oh wow!
And we're gonna actually go to home Manchester later this year to do the show High Rise: A State of Mind. So I thought I'd just give a little flavour of this tune. Hopefully, you enjoy.
And please drop all the links for all your stuff in the YouTube feed for people.
Yeah, we'll do, we'll do. Right, right. You know what? I haven't got broadband, bro. Remember them days when you didn't have broadband? I moved to a different. I moved to a flat in Mitcham. I
Yeah,
already lived in Mitcham, from Mitcham to Mitcham, Southwest London, and like they're like no broadband, and it's like, hold on, what do you mean no
no
broadband?
broadband.
What's the other thing? Oh, what,
Yeah.
that slow dusty ass connection? What? That's all I got. So right, yeah. So it's like it's a long, bro, and they won't put broadband in there. So right now, this
That's
is
so strange. That's.
mad, isn't it? I
Do you know
forgot.
what I did when I moved to a flat and I didn't have broadband? Last one before this one, and I knocked on the neighbour and said, "Could you want to share the broadband bill?"
Yeah.
And they went, "Yeah."
Yeah, I would love to do that, but they're telling me there's no broadband in the whole place, in the whole.
Oh
All
man, that's weird. You're in some like twilight zone.
bro, it feels mad. This is from my phone, bro. This is from my phone
But do
plan.
you know what? It's doing well because phones normally struggle with all the sound and everything, but it's coming through really well. So don't panic.
Cool. Cheers, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, guys. Big up yourself, and big up Side and Home Slide, everyone, all other performers that performed so far. Last tune, what floor? Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
What floor are we on? How do we get off? And does God know that we're here? Tired of the rain, tired of the pain, tired of having to explain that even though we complain, still there's no change. Tired of the wars, tired of the postcodes, tired of the same color doors. I'm tired of all the flaws, the rubbish stuck in the chute. It's like a metaphor for the youth. Summer's over, few people make it onto the roof. Living in close quarters, whether we like it or not. The zeitgeist and the heights, see through the whites in the eyes of the kids. What's the cost of architectural holocaust? Habitat of the lost cause. Maybe we deserve to traverse these perverse paths. It's a joke, but somehow we're all missing the loss. Yo, what floor are we on? How do we get off? And does God know that we're here? What floor are we on? How do we get off? And does God know that we're here? Monstrous monuments dehumanize occupants residing at the top. Grotesque opulence, it's obvious that these evil edifices make it seem like they're scared of us. Picture this perverse property, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We don't grow properly in restricted residences, can't you see? Over the bowls, I got dreams in different area codes that I'll never see. I just wanna be when Frankenstein flats create hate. They're in hell, surrounded by gates, and we forever wait. What floor are we on? How do we get off? And does God know that we are here? What floor are we on? How do we get off? And does God know that we're here? Yo, thanks, man.
Yeah, what floor are we on? That's honestly, you're super talented. I love that. Honestly, absolutely. I look forward to future collaborations,
Yeah, man.
future projects, future stuff. It'll be great. It's been honestly pleasure to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate being part of this community and like the amazing artists yourself plus all the other artists. Like it's a privilege, like to be able to be part of this. I wouldn't know you guys otherwise. So
Yeah, no, this is what I love about anything like this. It brings people together.
no, it's sick, man. I want to come down to Slough and collaborate with all of you lot. So it'd be sick.
Yeah, no, that would be great. And yeah, we should come up to you as well.
Yeah,
With
yeah. Come to
yeah,
Battersea Arts Centre, man. Come to London.
yeah,
Come to my yard. We got no broadband, but
we can coach. We
yeah,
can co-
coaching.
we can, oh, Conrad, thank you so much, man. And please tell people where they can find all your stuff in the comments. And
Woody.
yeah, so give it up for Conrad, everyone.
Cheers. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Right, and now our next act, right? Before we bring on our next act, who's patiently waiting and probably gunning me for running so late, he's probably doing that. I just was Conrad's pieces, Anyway's pieces, and Kodama's pieces, and then I thought, should I perform this poem? I don't know. I performed it a lot, but then I hear that, and there's so many little shivers of recognition in everyone's work. I was like, yeah, man, this is me. This is where I'm from. This is me. So. This is the ends, my loneliest friend. The ends. This is the ends where I found the most beautiful friends. The ends. So let me tell you about the ends. We're a wheelie bin and a high-vis vest are a burglar's best friend. And where being different is an offence, so we hop a fence to shot yellow gems. And where young boys and girls fall prey to dealers who preach belief in rented eye pleasers. But addicted estates don't shed light on this case in case they get displaced and disgraced because fear rules this place. The ends are tied in knots of how not to succeed. The seeds of disunity are sown in fake communities because there's no communication between those who see, speak and hear truthfully. And this is the road you see. And trust me, there's still a fiend alive and well inside me. I just learned how he breathes, learned how to shine a light on and accept those darker side of my tendencies. And never lose the street, because it shows a world that is unique and yet the same in any pocket of the earth's boutique, where women and men on the game in the needle exchanges, chemical shame-bound chains won't let them be free again, desperately seeking a hide to get by and deny that internal cry of why. And where manna chat crap until front gets some clap, slap, stabbed, or if they're lucky enough, the cell door bangs, and then they're left wondering, just where is my trustworthy gang? And where babies are payments for council flats in the DSS kids having kids trap. Is it called the ends because the beginning is the end? I often wonder, is it called the ends because the beginning is the end? Well, a few of us have proved that you could ascend and transcend this message that they send by addressing your own individual postcode. You don't have to aim low. We already broke our backs putting on fake fronts for the fear of not fitting in show. So it's time to let go. Self-reflection, progression and protection are our ultimate weapons. So let's turn these ends into beginnings. Because this is the ends, my loneliest friend. The ends. This is the ends, my loneliest friends. The ends. And this is the ends where I found the most beautiful friends. The ends. So yeah, that's the ends. And now, without further ado, I give to you, Mr. If he's there, he should be. Where are you, Dee Grant? How are you, Declan?
Yeah, I'm good, fella. How are you, man?
Oh, do you know what? I'm better for seeing your beautiful face.
What are you telling me?
I'm telling you, I know I run late. I know it.
It's, it was yeah, no, everyone was super talented, man, and it's just yeah, you couldn't cut them off, bro. They were all shelling, so yeah.
They were, weren't they? Do you know? And you know me, I'm a talker. You know.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm sure people aren't going anywhere on this, this Saturday evening with a lot of restrictions still. So I'm sure the stream running a little bit longer will be fine. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you're here, and I finally recognise you because lockdown was harsh on the hairdo, wasn't it?
Sorry?
You're here, and I finally recognise you because lockdown was harsh on the hairdo.
Yeah, it was indeed, bro. Like I was looking like Mowgli from Jungle Book or something, bro. That the hair was getting mad long, So I'm just happy
it
that
suited you. I swear to God, it suited you.
I'm happy the barbers are back open, bro. That was one of the biggest gifts barbers returning. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I went old school. I went through one of them You know, you have one of them stupid spiritual moments where you go, I'm just going to shed my skin like a snake, cut it all off. Yeah. And then you go, oh shit, I just cut all my hair off. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. But so questions for you, Declan. Questions.
Fire away, my friend.
How has lockdown been for you?
It's been up and down. It's been an interesting experience. I'm someone who's very used to being out of the house and active within the community. You know, doing the various bits and pieces that I do, whether that's, you know, running my events at Box Park in Shoreditch, or, you know, being at Rinse FM and obviously running our radio show, etc. So it's been really interesting, but I found it interesting for myself as well, just to see how, you know, I've been able to cope with it. I found myself on this, you know, emotional roller coaster, finding myself getting frustrated with people at times as well, because, you know, seeing how naive they are about everything, you know, and just how gullible people are to, you know, just bite whatever's being fed to them. So that's
I know.
me just testing my own patience with, you know, some of my own friends and stuff, man, which sounds horrible to say, but, you know, we've never been in an experience like this before. But, you know, it's been a beautiful one as well, because, you know, I've been fortunate that we've still had you know, like, obviously I've still had Rinse FM throughout the whole lockdown. Obviously I have a show on Rinse FM, you know, with my business that I co-run with my brothers Jay Wilcox and Mark TC. And yeah, man, so like it's been nice that we've been able to just you know, keep the community running, and you know, in such a time where artists aren't, like, you know, Conrad said, where there's no booking, you know, a lot of artists are just in these uncertain times, that we've been able to, you know, connect, gather music from artists and put it on our show, and just, you know, just showcase all the amazing music that's out there, man. So yeah, that's
I know, and you are showing off some big names I've seen. And,
yeah. I mean, it's been beautiful, man. I've been connected with some real, you know, big artists that I've looked up to, man. So it's yeah, it's been a blessing, bro.
You deserve it, and you don't definitely deserve it. It's the aura you give out, man. You get it back. You get it back. What you give out.
Yeah, man. Do you know what it is, man? It all just stems from being a music fan first, bro. I'm just privileged to be able to have a legendary platform like Rinse, but also, just like I said, being a music fan first and being able to absorb beautiful art, and just, you know, being able to potentially help artists get their sound spread out a little bit further. You know, because as an artist, we understand the struggles and trials and tribulations we go through. So yeah, man,
it's kind of the point why I just perform the ends. Yeah, it's because I brought it to you because I was a bit wary of it when I first wrote it. Do you remember?
Yes.
Because it means a lot to me. So I got a little bit like, am I revealing too much? Am I saying too much? So I took it to a musical appreciation person, which is you. Do you know what I mean? Somebody who has great taste. And I went, what do you think? And you just then said what you said. And here we are.
Yeah, man.
So that was part of the reason why I did it. So what did you do or didn't do? You pretty much just answered that, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of in a roundabout way, yeah.
But you're right though. Like, falling out with people, social media, as good as it is for the advertising events and doing that, it has become like a pneumatic drill of to like if you say anything, you just get hit. And it's been a bit aggressive like that. But yeah, I found it. It's been testing. It's been testing to watch all of that.
Definitely, it's just yeah, man, it's just been interesting to see people's different perspectives on things, man. And it's just yeah. All I can say, it's been interesting, bro. It's a really interesting show, bro.
It is a beautiful show. We get front row seats.
It's been weird, man, but it's been nice as well. Like, you know, it's been beautiful to see the solidarity amongst humans as well. We've had a lot of people doing mad things, but there's been a lot of solidarity and love as well, which has been a beautiful thing to see, man. Just think we often forget that, you know, we don't think there's a lot of good, you know, hearted and, you know, good like good-natured people out there, man. And just to see how people are still so giving, even when they're probably going through stuff themselves, is just yeah, it's a beautiful thing to watch, bro. So
it's refreshing to see the beauty in humanity. So What are your thoughts for the future?
Boy, my thoughts are for the future is just to stay moving, man. Stay progressing, bro. Not stay stagnant. Just keep moving in the right direction. Keep promoting this good music that the UK has to offer. I feel like at the moment we are I feel like we are the best place in the world for music. I just feel like it's rich, so rich the artists we have over here. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna continue to help people in their journeys, continue to promote good music, get in the studio myself, and continue to try and make some good music. And yeah, man, just help in any way that I can.
You're the man. You're the man. And so you're up for people asking you questions in between, yeah?
Please do, man. Please do.
Cool. So ask Declan questions, and also like big afterwards put links to Rinse FM and everything in the thing, so people can find
the update to our most recent show, which is I think personally our best show that we've put together so far since being on the radio, man. So
yeah, put all the links, share it with everyone, share it. And so Declan, what are you going to give us?
I've got 3 quick pieces today. Some people may have heard before, new one as well. So
new.
Yeah, you've heard it.
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
Trying it out on the Innerverse internet, like the little Zoom sessions and stuff. But yeah, so this first piece is called "Needing You Still."
Oh, you're gonna make me feel. I know this.
Relationships and that.
I'm just going through all that.
Yeah, man. I feel like I may be personally embarking on a new journey myself, but
enjoy it, man.
Here she's watching.
Well, maybe she is.
Yeah, but yeah. So this one is called "Needing You Still." So it goes like this.
Go on.
Like the drum beat. Needy like an old grandmother needing a sweat beating since you've been away, eternal bleeding. Memories raced from my mind, pulled over by one time because they were speeding. But one time we were greeting, we were meeting, we were eating. Miss me or miss me not, food for thought we were feeding. Romeo and Juliet, Delhi plot, we was praying to Jesus, better give us one more shot of playing the bird about the dock so we can stand in each other's shoes or walk a mile instead of 3,000 jagged rocks and raggedy socks solely as the world is not too lonely to look at clocks. They remind me of how much time has passed since we last took a walk, since I seen you last and the cat stepped over my tongue and left me nothing to talk when I'm needy. Needing you to bring back the chalk so we can outline our love instead of watching it fade from ash to dust, because I feel like a vast lardiness between us. See, I'm a nomad, a fiend for romance on the bus. See, I feel like the last man with no meaning, and my heaven been in hell for months, and it's crazy because I put faith in no man and religion, but baby, in you I trust. See, they could hold you ransom for $7 billion and I would pay with interest that every angel lifts you up, and if it is what it isn't, ever visit. I'll do time in solitary confine if it came with a conjugal touch. I mean, I'm a cripple, I'm in need of a crutch. Since you've been gone, Cupid done tripling the punch, and butterflies too far gone to cool hold my guts. And I'm sitting here with lines of anyway poems, etc., such and such. See, I'm a word but hard to recite it. I'm a bird but hard to dying. I'm a dead man but hard to dying, addicted to holograms of reuniting. Or maybe I'm the man the bag lady's finally finding. Or maybe Erica Badu will make a remix called The Boat Team, Too Heavy to Be Riding. She got me feeling like I'm 6. I'm at an autograph signing with nobody here to do signings. See, I'm lonely, like Genuine without his pony. Feel like I'm not only so much distance. Feel like we phony, like we never really exist. If I FaceTime you, you'll be like, who's this? And we stuck between a rock and a hard kiss, and I'm running out of luck with the hard kicks. But when you was here, I was a king. But when you went away, I wasn't a thing. I was a bad keyboard play, out of tune on God's day with Hathaway, no longer here to sing. I always think when that guy jumped out the window, did he think, damn, see, I should have stayed. See, I needed you, but it was too late. See, I needed you like back in the day before you was young and you went away. But I have faith will rise like the sun and return to the one, like when jazz play. I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Come on. There's too much. That gets me every time. There's the way in which you write and link words together is outstanding.
try, man. I try, my guy.
It's honestly genuine without his pony.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Conrad just
Times,
put it at the same time. Yeah, look. Check that out.
Times I've performed that and pissed myself laughing like in the middle of the performance because like it just when I wrote it made me chuckle because you know like me and Anyway, man, we've always been a fan of like rappers that can make us laugh, innit? So
yeah.
Sometimes it's nice when you can try to add a little humor to your lyrics. You know, I think it goes a long way. It's well, it's not a rare trait, but it's something that is not commonly done well. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really good, man. So what else you got for us?
So this next piece is called Pretend. I wrote this at the beginning of just before the beginning of lockdown, and yeah, it was interesting because like it kind of was like when the whole lockdown thing first came about, man, I found myself getting really, like I said, frustrated with people and just seeing how like, you know, what's the word? What was the word I used? I don't know why I can't remember the word, but but yeah, just
I can't. You said frustrated and annoyed. I think you said.
Just seeing how gullible people were. So
that was it. Gullible.
Shout out to KG in the background. I could see him on the cam anyway. But yeah, man. So it kind of like just started to slowly relate, man. It was just like thing where as I found my, you know, frustrations growing with seeing how people gullible they was, you know, reading into things like all these random like theories and whatnot. This poem just kind of started to take its own kind of shape and kind of slowly related to the thing, man. So yeah, that's been interesting. So yeah, this one's called Pretend. So it goes, shapeshifter, code switching, just to carry conversations on cold shoulders causes my climate to attempt it room temp. Small talk over 2 brews, but I'm tipsy from disinterest. Listening just enough to and head nod, knowing I'm too pissed to drive this stick shift dialogue any longer. Truthfully, I'm a loner. Seriously stricken with only trial syndrome, smiling for pictures with people who don't purchase product, but I'll be a butthole if I fast forward past pseudo fans who plan to tag me on Instagram like we sharing nostalgia. So I pause for the cause, far too often flaunting several silhouettes of self for fresh perspective. Elected. A semi-sociable yet anti-approachable people person posing on the runway of relationships sunken. In my post-style dysfunction, finding Nemos in a sea of sorrow, seeking to borrow empathy, but I'm empty more often than not pretending. Pretending like I know your voice. Like I know your voice whenever you call. Whenever you call. Yeah.
Several silhouettes. All them S's.
Very liberation.
Yeah. That's so good. That is so good. And, I remember when you was telling me it in the car.
Yeah. And yeah, this last one is for anyone out there. Well, this one's just about the struggles of man, innit? And it was inspired by me watching battle rap. You know, me and Ace and you know fans of battle rap, and this one was inspired by T-Rex. This one's called Grown Man Bars, and it goes like this. Grown man bars is something you gotta deal with. No matter how much of that fabricated stuff you rap, it won't equal up to this realness. My grandmother believes the spine of a good man and the spine of a good book is the same kind of holy. I know good men who are far from holy. I wonder if heaven falls far from the tree. I know thick bodies of fog twisting out like a repeated tongue, carrying a crooked stench that pulls at your shirt like a fight. I know men's futures who slip off the corners of their hands and fall into the belly of a woman they know way too well and spits out an image that looks like them filled with blood. I know a man's hands are only meant to hold his own breath. I know grown men aren't supposed to cry. tears are wet pieces of dead flesh. I know masculinity is a stab wound in the chorus of a song. I know mirrors with eyes the color of a bloody nose. Pain is a shadow you walk off until your feet are like enough to carry the burden. Heart is a burden, a ship sinking in wet cement on cold nights with no one to say I love you back. I know men are never supposed to love you back. Voices a shaken stature. The bigger the man is a column of chewed tongues, better left for dead, swallowing the empty spaces behind my teeth like a liquid. I know men who drink sanctuaries by the neck. I know shame is when everything grows eyes. I know a man's face is a library of knuckles, ripping at the curves when he looks at what he's become. I know mistakes are lessons yet to be learned. I know pride is what it feels like to breathe through a straw. Fear is a high-pitched laugh scratching at the shovel in your chest. Once I saw a casket pour out of a man's back. Dying is when someone else bleeds for you. I know. Safe, man.
You know, there's shame is when what's the shame is that all eyes watching you.
When everything grows eyes.
Yeah, and Conrad got the Knuckles one. Library of Knuckles. Man's face is the spine of a good man.
Brother, I appreciate you having me. Appreciate you shouting me for this event, bro. And it's just it's a blessing as always to be around my brothers, because you know I love you and Asen so much, bro.
Love you too, man.
My inspirations, bro. People that I can go to in times of need, people that I can find, you know, comfort and you know, solace in. And yeah, shout out Jamaica and Mike as well, man, because obviously, like, you know, I've known them for a long time as well, man.
Yeah, they
yeah, and shout out Conrad as well, man, for coming and being part of this
yeah.
Well, man, like yeah, bro. Thank you ever so much, brother.
It was so good, honestly. I know you're super talented, and you're getting so much love. And like me and Conrad were talking about on this platform, this Jade Campbell says she's loving getting the chance to listen to this all the way in Devon. You know, she's like
to Joe all the way in Devon.
Yeah, and Poetry Ghost says long time, Declan, long time.
Yes, it has been a little while. Hopefully, we'll catch up with you very soon. Very soon.
Oh, so it's all good. I think before we all go, should I just close us off? Oh, and Declan, please share people, tell people where they can find you, Rinse FM and all of that. Do it in the links, please.
A little quick announcement: we are back at Box Park. I run an event, my business that I co-run, Record Shop UK. We're a platform dedicated to discovering undiscovered and up and coming UK talent. But we do focus predominantly on the UK, but we do take artists globally as well. So, you know, we've been working with some artists in Washington DC over the last couple of weeks as well, which has been dope. But yeah, our platform is, you know, dedicated to discovering talent, and basically what we do is create events and work alongside these artists, whether it's in the studio capacity or, you know, putting them on our events and creating these dope events every Sunday at Box Park from 2 to 8 p.m. So from the 30th of August, we will be back in Box Park, Shoreditch. We've just confirmed lineup. We have a very, very dope lineup for the first week back. We have Amelia Dare, who's an amazing singer. We have May One, who's an amazing rapper from South London. We have an amazing neo soul artist by the name of Stephanie Santiago. We have Slough's very own Dale Thomas.
Big up Dale.
A soul brother by the name of Kojo. Another dope artist from Croydon called Javan. An amazing artist from the Brit School, and she's doing amazing things called Naya Smithy, and East London's very own Ferns. All dope, up and coming, you know, artists and stuff. And also our show on Rinse FM is every fortnight. So it's not this coming Monday, it'll be the following Monday, but our show's just gone this Monday. And yeah, you can find it. Just
they put that on SoundCloud as well, didn't they?
On SoundCloud. If you type in Rinse FM on SoundCloud and then type in Record Shop Radio. Record Shop is spelled RCRD Shop Radio. RCRD Shop Radio. And you can follow us on Instagram at Record Shop Record Shop UK, which is RCRD Shop UK once again. And also follow me on Instagram at Dee Grant Music, DeeGrantMuzik, because I wanted to spell it that way because I'm cool. So
I just follow you around Britwell.
but yeah, it's been my pleasure sharing this night with you guys, for real, man.
No, it's been absolutely great. Maybe if you could send the link for the last Rinse FM on SoundCloud in there or something would be good, and your Insta and stuff.
If I send it to Steve, can Steve put it in the chat? Like,
yeah, I'm sure you can, man. And it's funny because you were talking about making people laugh in the rhymes.
Yeah.
And it made me think of, I ain't performed this one in a while, and it would be good. But I just want to say, everyone, give up love for Declan Grant, everybody. Dee Grant, show him love. And I will just do this last one. This is because you made me think of funny rhymes, and what I've learned is I've been through some experiences, and I've had to make amends for a lot of them. And but they always give you little gifts. And at a time when something was so traumatic, to look back on it and go, oh, that was hilarious, and find freedom in the laughter of something that happened has been joyous. So this is about that. I hope I remember it all. Bear with me. This is a beautiful platform to make mistakes, I've learned. And so this is it. Strangers in the hype, meet by bottle bound highlights, low life searching for a wife. We'll never forget those 2 strawberry field nights. It was such a pitch. This natural born Prince Charming serving up a shit-filled sandwich because he didn't want her to notice or possibly take a look at the damage, because he was just using intimacy to warm the void that I couldn't manage. For Sheena wasn't a punk rocker. She was in fact a single mother, 3 kids from 3 different fathers, but I didn't hear that for an answer as I'd already slipped up on her brown-eyed bananas. So I pack my life up into my little brown bag and I get a lift up in Will's Playboy van, and I've never met her in the flesh, but it's alright, I've got a cunning plan. I load my briefcase full of supplies. I learned many moons ago, you never depend on anybody but yourself to get yourself high. And I wave Slough goodbye as I take a trip up on the trail of lies without one single teardrop inside of my eye. And I rock up at her door with all of nothing, just needing somewhere that I could move in. So I brought a bottle and we shared a grin, and before you know it, we're banging into each other's naked bound skin. And it was all fun and games until the morning light shone in, so we covered it up with a little bit more spooning until the covers were pulled by a little kid looking up at us staring. Then reality really started descending, and this was the beginning of our already quite apparent ending. So it was quite a relief when up turned her mate Tash and we escaped off to find an off-license's on-license 24-hour stash, bringing back bottles to drown out Friday night's rash. Now, me and Sheena eventually got to talking. It turns out we weren't quite paved on the paths that we were walking. She's got 3 kids that need constant adoring, whilst back in those days I should have come with a sign that had a big red warning. Still, she asked me to stay for one more night. So between my eyes, her lies, and her eyes, my lies, and her thighs, something was going down all right. Until Sunday morning shot me with a bang, and I was awoken by an angry-looking, downward-staring baby father man. So off I was, giving it full 1980s Arnie's Running Man, climbing out of her and jumping back in through the window of Will's Playboy van, and him looking at me like, "What the fuck, man?" as we roll back into the ends with my head in my hands. Now, one thing that often pleases my mind when I take a jump through those windows of yesterday and reminisce on our time is, beyond the chemicals and the drinking tipples, was the discovery of perfectly ripe strawberry-shaped nipples. It was all true, and it was all fun, and it was part of my life. And I just want to thank you all. Everyone's still in the room. Conrad, anyway, Declan, and Steve, our sound and visual man, who put this all together for everyone to watch and see on YouTube. Well done, Steve. And want to thank Home Slough, which is basically Sard and Amanda just running it all themselves at the moment, for linking us all together and letting us do this. And thank you all for commenting and watching. You've been wonderful. And yeah, love, enjoy, appreciate each other. Time is short. Have a lovely night, everyone. Bye.